Welcome Genevieve LaCaze, Australian Olympian, World Championship finalist, 3,000 metre steeplechase specialist. Thank you for taking the time to talk to ElliptiGO Experiences about how you use the ElliptiGO for fitness. I believe you found the ElliptiGO online and watching fellow athletes use the bike. How does the ElliptiGO help you in specific sporting training and activities, and what do you like about it?
Yeah, I was very excited when I found out about the ElliptiGO. I used to do a lot of stationary elliptical riding just in a gym, or a lot of stationary bike work, but again, it's very tedious and boring when you're staring at a wall and trying to work really hard. So I noticed online there was a lot of elite athletes using the ElliptiGO as part of their training, just to get off their legs, give their joints a break, give their muscles a break. And unfortunately, I had to find it because I was injured myself. But when I started using it, I realized this is something that I don't just need to turn to when I'm injured and broken down. It was something that I could actually incorporate into my training as just a pure top-up of fitness and to help my overall aerobic base. So it was a few years ago that I found it, and I've definitely stuck to it. I've really enjoyed using one.
And what have you found are the benefits of using the ElliptiGO as opposed to other methods of training?
I think the best thing about the ElliptiGO is it definitely is the closest thing to running. It's the closest thing to that running motion with the way your legs move. Sometimes if you resort to, say, a bike to top up fitness, you're developing different muscles that you actually don't use when you're running, whereas the ElliptiGO still activates all the same running muscles. It's obviously much better on all the kind of joints and muscles in your body. It's less weight bearing, and you don't pull up feeling like you've just run on pavement. You wake up the next day feeling like you've had a good workout, but it's not a detrimental one to your body.
Do you use the ElliptiGO for training only, or for other uses like rehab, for example?
Yeah, rehab's a big one. That was the reason why I found it. It was kind of, how can I keep the running motion and keep training when I had an injury at the time that I actually couldn't run on. So I found it that way. But again, like I said, after using it so much, I noticed that it wasn't something that I should just turn to when I can't run. It's something that I could incorporate in. If I had a training session in the morning and everyone else in the afternoon would go out for a jog, I could hop on the elliptical and go for a 40-50 minute ride, get a great workout, have the effect of doubling, and pull up the next day just as if I hadn't have done anything. It's great. It's kind of the best of both worlds.
Is the ElliptiGO widely known or used in the athletics arena? And if so, in what capacity?
Yeah, I'd say a lot of female athletes that I follow, very elite female athletes, all are aware of the ElliptiGO and use it. I know that a young woman that had a child leading into the Olympic trials in the US used the ElliptiGO for most of her training because she was obviously pregnant and trying to prepare for such a huge championship. She did a lot of her work on the ElliptiGO. I actually have a training partner who is Dutch, and again, 5th in the world, an amazing athlete, some tremendous PBs over all distances. She's the one that showed me the ElliptiGO. She does probably 5 or 6 sessions a week on it. When she's injured, she tops that up and does maybe every single day. But even when she gets going and she's in the middle of, say, base season, she's doing a lot of ElliptiGO sessions. It is known in the athletic world to be a great substitute for running.
Thank you, Genevieve, for your time and for giving us an insight as to your use of the ElliptiGO. ElliptiGO Experiences, and I'm sure all of Australia wish you great success with the Commonwealth Games.
Thank you.